When you saw investors checklist, I'm sure maybe you will be looking at having a checklist you will have to be ticking whenever you want to invest. But I want to simplify things for you, and that's why it is good you ask yourself these 3 questions whenever you want to invest in the stock market. I'm being specific to the stock market now because I know, especially in this day and time, that the Nigerian stock market is on a bull run. There's money flowing into the Nigerian capital market. But many beginners don't even know about this. What they are just taking is stock recommendation. Stock recommendation is not enough to say, buy this. But the question is, when should you sell? Nobody is telling you that. And that is why it is good that whenever you get this stock recommendation, ask yourself these 3 questions. Number 1 is, why are you investing? Why are you investing? Don't just go into the market blindly. Don't just put your money into the stock market. That's why you see many people, they have come to complain about putting their money in the stock market, and eventually they do not even know that maybe such company pay dividend. How did they collect their dividend? They know nothing about capital appreciation. They just went ahead and bought the stock, not knowing how the stock market works. So why are you investing? Normally, we have different reasons why we invest, and I'll talk about it in a separate video. But now, in this matter, talking about the investor checklist, number 1 is, do you want to make money or you want to grow your money? Because there are 2 mindsets, different mindsets to this. 1, making money. 2, investing money. When we talk about making money, it means you are active in the market. It means it's more or less like you are trading, not investing. As a trader, you need to be more focused about entry and exit. And that's why the second and the third question is, what is my entry plan? What is my exit plan? Number 1, why am I investing? So I want to make money. Which means you want to make money. And when you want to make that money, it's definitely a short period of time. Because if you want to grow your money, it means I just want it to be there and let it be growing by the way. But when you say you want to make money, which means maybe you are capitalizing on the ROI, on the return on investment. You have heard that this stock is about to peak and you want to ride on that momentum. And you say, let me quickly tap into it. And once it gets to this particular price, I exit. So, do you want to make money or you want to grow your money? If you want to make money, it means you want to trade. If you want to grow your money, it means you want to invest. Now, let's come here. So, for instance, now, entry and exits. Always have that at the back of your mind. Entry and exits. When you are investing, it is not so much, especially for long term, it is not so much of a concern. When you are investing, it is not so much of a concern. For instance, there are stocks I'm in now. Even if it is 15 years, I won't even disturb myself. The only thing I need to be sure of is what is the company into. And maybe read their quarterly earnings, maybe read about their corporate disclosure. That's what I'll just be following. But even if they come down to, let's say, 30%, 40% today, I won't bother selling. I won't disturb myself because I know that their company has a future. The company has a future. For instance, example is Presco and Okomu. I won't bother selling at all. As long as I know that there's demand for palm oil in the international markets, I won't bother selling. I hope you understand. So even if, let's say, Presco starts coming down today, because I'm not trading it, I invested in it. There's a difference. Had it been I traded, by now I should be out because it's already over 400%. That made on it. So I'm not trading it. If I were to be trading, I would have come out, but I invested in it because I saw that these companies have a solid future. I hope you understand. I'm only giving that example. The reason why I've given it over and over again is so that, because just like we talk about the oil and gas industry, that industry also is more or less like an oil and gas because of the international demand for it. International demand for it. Now, let's move ahead. So, if you are trading, you know yourself, if you are trading, which means you want to make money, a major factor you need to consider is percentage gain or exit price. Percentage gain or exit price. You are buying at 100 naira, which means the moment I make 20%, I want to make 20% on this stock, I go out, which means the moment it comes to 120. So the moment you come out at 120, if it now goes to 180, 200, you don't mind. You have already, it is greed that will make you to stay in the market, and eventually you see it starts plunging. And that's the mistake many people make. Even financial analysts, we make that mistakes too. So don't let anybody come out to you as if we don't lose in the stock market. We lose. But the only thing we know is that we don't lose until we sell. So we only leave it, it's there. I have stocks that are in minus now because many people only come out to tell you the stocks that are positive, not telling you the one that are in minus. Just like people in real estate, they will tell you the land they bought that maybe it's now, they bought at 1 million naira, it's now 5 million naira. They won't tell you the one they bought at 1 million naira, but has been from the last 5 years, it is still 1 million naira till now. Maybe due to insecurity in that location, or maybe there's no good access road. But they will come to you and tell you the one they bought for 1 million that is now 5 million naira. And that's what pushes people into the markets. Everything is not always rosy. You need to understand that's the risk factor in any investment, risk factor. That your plan may not go as wanted, as predicted. It may not go that way. Remember that. So make money, which is look at the percentage gain or exit price. Let those two, let it guide you. It's a checklist. So the moment you pick the stock, why am I investing in this? I want to make money. I want to grow money. Okay, if I want to make money, what is my entry price? I'm entering at 100 naira. I'm exiting at 120. That's all. Now, if it is investing, you want to grow money, a major factor you need to consider, aside from percentage gain, is time. How long are you willing to leave it there? How long? Just like I said, for instance, for me, except there is a fundamental that changes the narrative of things. Maybe, for instance, palm oil is no longer in demand in the international market. The day I hear that it's no longer in demand, that day I can decide to sell my Presco. I hope you understand. That day I can decide. But as long as there's still demand for it, and I know that it is only two companies majorly now, the third one is just coming, which is Alex. They are just doing it that are public. When I say public limited liability, I know there are many companies that are doing palm oil, but in the Nigerian stock market, we only have 3. And it is Alex is just coming in. So I hope you get my point. So once I hear that, I can decide to sell. But as long as I didn't hear that, there's no news as regards that, and their fundamentals are still strong. When I say strong, it means strong. I'm a chartered accountant, so when I say strong, you should know that I understand what I'm saying. In terms of the ROE, in terms of the PE ratio, in terms of the diluted EPS growth, I can tell you that they are strong. As long as they are strong, they are there. It's there for, if possible, 15, 20, 25 years. Because I'm growing my money. So always have that in mind. What is your entry plan? What is your exit plan? So once you check it, please, it helps you not to panic in the market. It also helps you to be stable. And eventually you know what you are doing in the market. I want to take this time to invite you to this webinar that we'll be having this weekend. Kindly go to this website. You can see I'm sure you can see the flyer. Kindly go to this website and register. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, kindly go by clicking on the subscribe button, clicking on the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we release any video. So we'll meet in our next video. Stay blessed.